I guess first off, I imagine you'd love to tell people what you're up to, how you're feeling. What's life like for you right now?
Well, a little hectic, but whose lives nowadays is not hectic? You look what's going on all over the world. I try not to stay too in tune to everything that's going on, but with all the fires out west and the flooding, the hurricanes, and all that, it's time for football season. So I'm excited about that. And you know what? I continue to travel the United States speaking on behalf of Merck. And of course, my life, my talk is called A Journey of Perseverance. So I continue to do that, which I enjoy because I get to share all the things that I've been through in my life with other people out there, whether it's big businesses or whatever it is, to make sure they don't give up on their lives. So I've been very blessed to have the life I have now. And I guess the bottom line is just try to be a difference maker. And I'm having fun. And I have two beautiful daughters and a beautiful wife, and we're looking forward to those Buffalo Bills.
Absolutely. Well, dive right into it then. What are we going to see this season? I mean, the expectations around here, I mean, they're palpable. People are thinking Super Bowl, real expectations of Super Bowl for the first time since you were quarterback. So what says Jim Kelly?
Well, you know what? I think everybody all over the country understands how good of a football team we have. The Buffalo Bills understand how good of a quarterback they have because they just gave $40 million a year. That's double what I made my whole career. But you know what? I'm excited for Josh. I'm excited for Coach McDermott, what the Pagoodles have done to bring everybody together. And wow, what we did last year was a stepping stone. It almost reminded me back when I was playing in 1988. We made it to the AFC Championship game against Cincinnati Bengals. We didn't win, but it was a stepping stone to where we were going, especially in our offense we were running. So I'm pumped. I mean, I grew up in Pittsburgh, Tyler, and I think you knew that. I grew up a Steeler fan. And now we're opening up with Big Ben, which is a very close friend of mine. I pull for the Steelers, except for this Sunday. But the overall excitement here by the Bills Mafia and just the whole city of Buffalo is amazing. I can't wait.
I mean, you've got to love it. I feel like for 20, 25 years, people like myself are constantly asking you about the next quarterback. Like, what do you think about EJ Manuel? What do you think about JP Losman? I mean, one after another, Tyrod Taylor. And I mean, you're going to be hopeful. You're going to hope for the best, all of that. But with Josh Allen, when did you realize he was different, that this was real? And he was not just an MVP candidate, but somebody who could finally win a Super Bowl in Buffalo.
Well, 2 years ago, I think he stepped onto the scene and really you could tell he was learning. And also, even what Tom Brady told me before, everybody always wonders, why he was so good at doing what he's doing, because he had the same coaches all the time. He had the same offense all the time. Even though some of his players came in, came out, some come, some leave. And the thing is the continuity that he had and the leadership in that locker room helped him. And now I see that with Josh Allen. He has the right tools around him. They brought in Diggs. Now they brought in, another receiver. They get a couple, Cole Beasley. They have the people around him that I think will help him. The key is giving him time to throw the football. We have a very good offensive line. And as you well know, and me for sure, because I'm a quarterback, you're only as good as the people around you, especially that offensive line that gives you that protection. So Josh Allen is the quarterback we've been looking for many, many years. Yeah. All he's got to do now is stay healthy. We can't afford no injuries, especially at the quarterback position. So I'm pumped. I like when I see people go, what about him breaking all your records? I go, well, if he's breaking my records, we're winning football games. And to me, that's all counts. And I never was about records because, as you saw, or as some viewers out there probably didn't know this, but we were almost 50-50 when I played. 50 run, 50 pass. And I called all the plays. Right. I mean, I called every play. And the thing is, if I really wanted to throw touchdowns all the time or, have my statistics be the number one thing, it would have been 60-40. But no, in the system where I called the plays, it's 50-50. So I'm excited that he's out there and playing the way he is. And if he's going to break my records, I hope he breaks the one and going 4 Super Bowls in a row. Even though we didn't win it, but I wanted to break that one of winning one. So we'll see.
In what ways do you see yourself in Josh? You know, you hear a lot about the toughness, the intangibles. Do you see yourself when you watch Josh talk to him?
Oh, yeah. His athletic ability. No, I'm not even in that ballpark. I mean, he's got such great athletic tools. He can run, he can throw, he can move on the run. He can pretty much do it all. And that's what you want in a quarterback, especially in today's world. And he has a coordinator, Brian Dable, that is amazing. He's not scared to throw the football, whether you're backed up on your own one or you're going in to score. It does not matter. So that is something that I think defenses struggle with because they're not sure what he's going to do. But you have to be able to get pressure on him. Right. And so far, that one preseason game last week or 2 weeks ago, that they come out throwing. I don't even think they ran the ball one time in the first quarter. And that is amazing, especially in a preseason game. So I just love what he brings to the table, not only what he brings on the field, but off the field, what he does with, children, Oshai Children's Hospital. And he's what Buffalo's needed for many, many years.
Message that you really want to get out with your story. What is that? What would you really like people to know when you're going all over the place?
Well, number one, I signed up with Merck 3 years ago. And to make a long story short, Tyler, it all goes back when my son Hunter was born. When he was diagnosed with Krabbe leukodystrophy, me and my wife, we had no clue what it was, and we were lost. And so it took us a while to figure out what it was, who we need to go see, who we need to talk to, whether it was doctors or families, because there wasn't many people out there. And then, fast forward to my cancer when I was diagnosed in 2013 with my first one, squamous cell carcinoma. I never heard of it. Yeah. It affects your jaw, and I've had so many surgeries. I hope everybody can understand me who's listening, because I never really put my foot in my mouth, but what they did was they took my fibula bone from my left leg, took the whole bone out, broke it into 4 pieces, completely removed both sides of my jaw, broke the bone in 4 pieces, screwed it in, and here I am today. Thank the good Lord that I'm still here. But I teamed up with Merck, and it's called YourCancerStory.com. If people out there want to log on, if you want to know more about maybe what a friend or family or you are going through, or which avenues to go check out, log on. We have answers for a lot of your questions. If we don't have them, we will make sure that we find somebody that does. Because I know I was completely lost, my wife and I, when we had no idea where to turn, who to talk to. And when we teamed up with Merck back, a few years ago, it's called My Cancer Game Plan. Well, I lived by a game plan my whole life, from midget football all the way through the NFL. And I teamed up with them, and we came out and we talked. We knew what my story was, how I could be a difference maker for so many people out there. And my phrase, as you well know, Tyler, is make a difference today for someone fighting for their tomorrow, because there's so many people out there that their days are, gloom. They don't want to be around, and you try to make them feel better. Know that keep pushing, keep fighting, never ever give up. So I just urge all the listeners out there to log on to YourCancerStory.com. Find out more how we can be a difference maker in your life.
Love it. I mean, you mentioned those moments when you were completely lost, and I wouldn't even know where to start with everything you've been through, from Hunter to cancer to the relapses to the surgeries, through it all. I mean, when were those moments, and how did you persevere and kind of plow through those moments to be, sitting here talking about this all, sharing your story?
Well, I live by the 4 F's. Number one is my family. When I was in the hospital, not one time did they ever walk into my hospital room with a frown on their face. They walked in with an attitude that they're going to change my day. Never from. Always from, Daddy, how you doing? Say, you look great. And then my brothers, when they walked into the room, Dad, bro, let's get up. Come on, we're gonna go for a walk. And I'm like, man, I don't feel like walking. They're like, get up, we're going for a walk. So number one was, my faith in the good Lord, that he has reasons why I am still here, and that's to make the difference. My family, my wife, my daughters, my brothers have always been there. My friends, I can name so many of the guys, my former teammates that were there for me, and of course the fans. I mean, do you believe it, Tyler? I had fans from the Miami Dolphins, the New England Patriots, the Jets sending me well wishes. Really? So it takes everybody. But the bottom line is, in my heart, I knew that I did not want to give up. And I know that there's days where, you're not feeling good, but you look out your front door and you realize you don't have it that bad. There's so many people out there that have it a lot worse than you do. So never give up and try to be that difference maker. And that's why I try to do each and every day.
Man, that's remarkable. I mean, so your purpose in life now is really to inspire. I mean, you're literally out talking to as many people as you can about what you've been through to help somebody with their tomorrow.
Here's the thing. I have a vac machine hooked up to my ankle. I just had ankle replacement surgery. Everybody's like, ankle replacement? I heard shoulders and hips. Ankle? For the second time in 2.5 years. My first one didn't take, figures. So I'm on my number 2. I got a vac machine hooked up to my right ankle. But you know what? Oh, well, it slowed me down, but it didn't stop me. So I'm still ready to rock and roll, have a little fun, and I'm ready to cheer those Buffalo Bills on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if that was the stepping stone, right? Getting to that AFC Championship game a year ago, we got to hear it. I mean, what's going to happen in 2021 here with the Buffalo Bills?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. And as a player, you focus on, and Marv always taught us very, very well, focus on the game at hand, focus on your division, which is the AFC East. And our division's getting better and better each and every year. I mean, look at the quarterback, the young quarterbacks that are in there now who we're going to be playing against year in and year out. But this year, there's no doubt we're favorites. The key is we have to stay healthy. And I don't think it's going to take much for this team to stay focused, because Sean McDermott has done an unbelievable job getting these guys prepared, getting them ready for week 1, and they're playing against my Steelers. So I'm excited. I mean, how can you not? We saw what they did last year. We saw what Josh Allen was able to accomplish. We got some defensive help, is what we needed on the pass rush. We will find out in these next couple of weeks. We got 3 out of our first 4 games at home. I hope we give Bills Mafia something to cheer about, and I feel pretty good that we will. So time will only tell.
Guaranteeing a Super Bowl. That's what you're doing, that right? Just guaranteeing it.
What's that?
You're just guaranteeing a Super Bowl for the Bills.
Yeah. My name is not Joe Namath. I guarantee we will be competitive every week, and we will fight till the end, because that's what Bills players do. That's what Buffalo Bills do, whether it's the Mafia or the team.
You probably there's probably moments you're like, God, just bring the K gun back. Like, is that something they could do with this offense? Like, just let Josh do his thing, like you did your thing.
Well, it's pretty close. Except they don't run to no huddle all the time. They do it at times. But he has a lot more 4 and 5 wides than I did. I always had the K gun with Keith McKellar there at tight end. We mostly ran 3 wides and Thurman in the backfield. I love those days because I knew what plays I liked. I knew where I wanted players. I knew what the defense on the other side of the ball, whether it was nickel or dime or regular. So I knew who to go to on most plays, not all of them. Yeah, I can hear people out there saying, why didn't you do it in the Super Bowl? I still wonder those things too.
You could play that game all day, right? I mean, those moments.
Oh, boy, but it is what it is.
Yeah, well, hey, I can't thank you enough, Jim. I mean, for anybody out there who's really, maybe they haven't heard from you, they haven't been in touch with you. I mean, your health right now, how are you feeling then? And what's your outlook? How are you viewing the future?
I feel pretty good. I'm doing what I love to do, and that is traveling the country, speaking to different companies. Merck has been very good. I've been with them for a number of years now with yourcancerstory.com. log on. And the thing is, with my life now, I'm focused on football and hunting season. But right now, just staying healthy. And I've been very blessed. And, Tyler, one of the things I just want to end on is for all those people out there, especially the men, that a lot of times when they're not feeling good, they keep holding back. They want to be that tough father, that tough husband. If you're not feeling good, reach out to your doctor. It only takes a few minutes to reach out to get checked, because that's the way I was. I mean, my mouth hurt for so long before I went and had a biopsy done. And when they did the biopsy, you found out that I was diagnosed with cancer. And maybe if they would have, I would have went to the doctor sooner, we could have got diagnosed, and I wouldn't have had to go through 4 bouts of it. So right now, I just urge everyone, men and women, if you feel something's not right, get it checked. It doesn't take that long. So I appreciate the time spending with you. The budget we have, where you grew up at, my lodge in Ellicott, which is really cool. But right now, I just can't wait to be a difference maker for people out there. There's no doubt about it.